Hey everybody, it is the last Tuneful Tuesday podcast for us on this Tuesday, May 19. This is like the third time I've tried to record this, so however it comes out, this is the one that I'm using. I hope you've had a really good day. Thank you for sharing with me just your thoughts on how things are going. It sounds like some of you are really, really overwhelmed and struggling with those online classes, struggling with what exams are going to be like. So a few thoughts on that. First of all, I want you to know that the choir exam, I'm going to post everything you need to know for it by Wednesday. And I don't want you to panic about it, and I don't want you to think it's going to take you very much time. It's not going to. And I hope it'll even provide you just with an opportunity to reflect and maybe even be enjoyable. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is I want you to know that I will be praying for you, specifically those of you who mentioned specific things that are really bothering you and stressing you out. And I just want you to know that I will continue to be a resource for you. If you want to just email me, send me a text, post it on Google Classroom. If you need specific prayer, I am there for you in that way. So feel free to reach out if you need help or encouragement with anything. Something that I had not mentioned to you, but I will be mentioning in the next couple of days is on the 28th and 29th, which is next week, next week, Thursday and Friday, you have your Chromebook and textbook return days. That is also going to include your uniforms. And it's really, really important that you get those turned in because we use this summertime to launder them and to dry clean them. And believe me, after a full year's worth of use, you really want that. So, make sure that you get those turned in at that time. And if for some reason you don't think you can make it those days, will you please contact me and I will figure out a way to get them from you. It's really easy for the girls because all you have to do is remember the dress and the bag. The bag is the thing that everybody forgets. Don't forget the bag. Whatever you were given your dress in, that is what you return. And then, guys, I know it's a little bit harder for you, but you need to remember the following items. Your tux jacket and your tux pants. You need to remember that green cummerbund that goes around your waist. You need to remember the tux shirt, especially. Oh man, those things get really disgusting. If you have one bow tie or two bow ties or five bow ties, which I'm wondering if some of you have, there's no shame in just returning all of them at this time. I will not get mad at you or give you the side eye or anything like that. And then same thing with you guys, you also need to return your bag at that time. So that is anytime on Thursday or Friday of next week, the 28th and 29th. I'll be there or Mr. DeBone will be there, and you need to just make sure that that we get you checked off that you have turned yours in so that we don't come hunting you down for it later. Also, this mostly applies to chamber choir, but possibly to others of you. If for some reason you brought choir music home, and when I say choir music, I mean like the official copies of the music, not photocopies. If you would please bring those back as well, it would be much appreciated. I know it just seems like a dumb little booklet of paper, but they're kind of ridiculously expensive, and the more of them that we can get turned in, the better off we will be. Most of you have left your music at school, which is fine, and we'll just sort through that as the summer goes on. So, couple random items just for your listening enjoyment. First of all, I read an article about a couple in Grand Rapids who both tested positive for COVID, but neither of them got very sick. I think the man must have been like a first responder, or he must have worked in some field where he was required to be tested because he didn't feel that bad. He only had one symptom. Do you know what the symptom was? Wait for it. Pink eye. Pink eye, you guys. I totally had pink eye. He didn't get a cough or a fever or anything like that, and his wife was positive for it too, and she only got tested for it because he was positive for it, and she literally had no symptoms. She said she would have gone to work, or she would have gone to drop her kids off at school and go to the grocery store and whatever. She would have had absolutely no idea. So that kind of freaks me out. I don't know what I think of that. You hear all these horror stories of people being so sick they can't get out of bed or they have to go on a ventilator. Nope. These people literally pink eye and nothing else. So that'll make you think. I took my daughter Cecilia on a walk tonight. She likes to go in her stroller, which she calls a strooter, because I think she gets the word stroller and scooter confused, and I will never correct her because it's so cute. So she wanted to ride in the strooter, so we went on a walk, and this cracks me up so much. Things have gotten so green lately with all of the rain that's been coming down, and our neighbors right across the street from us have some dogs, and you can tell exactly where the dogs have pooped because there are these patches of like beautiful green, luscious grass just kind of like speckled all over their yard. That's totally what it is. That made me laugh a lot today. Let's see what else. I think that's maybe you can tell my life isn't very entertaining lately. I had a meeting tonight with my colleagues from MSDMA. That's the association that puts on like festival and solo and ensemble and stuff like that. And we are working really hard to make 100% sure that choir remains a really important part of your life and of, part of schools, and that it doesn't get cut when schools have big budget cuts in the fall. So, and there are some really, really smart people on there. Like, I just kind of kept my mouth shut and listened to what they had to say, and it's very encouraging to me, especially if you're a person who enjoys choir and doesn't want to see it go away and doesn't want to see it be removed totally from the schedule so that you can have more and more just math or whatever. We're fighting really hard for you, and some very smart people are on our side, and it really it gives me great hope even for whatever happens in the fall. I also had another meeting about what it might look like at our school in the fall, and we're leaning pretty heavy toward that mixed format where you might be in school some days and at home some days. And it's just going to be really, really interesting. I'm trying to kind of get my head wrapped around it and come up with some cool ideas. I'm just excited for any opportunity I can have to have like face-to-face instruction with some of you, because I miss you and I miss singing and all of that. Okay, next up, I have been working really hard the last several days putting together our Pops concert. No, I have not forgotten about our Pops concert, and you guys, you are going to love it. It's going to be amazing. If you are a person who is supposed to be turning something in for it, you have until noon today on May 19 before I am just not going to put your thing in the concert. Because what I'm finding is, and any of you who have done any video editing will attest to this, it takes forever. Every little thing takes absolutely forever. So, in an interest of getting this concert out to everybody so that you can enjoy it while it's still technically the school year, I have got to have it by noon today. And I don't mean to be mean about it or anything, but it was due last week. So, yeah. So today on the form, this is going to just be a real short and sweet one. I've got a wonderful flashback performance for you to watch. And then I also, oh my goodness, this cracks me up. How many of you saw right when we went into the quarantine situation, there were all these celebrities that sang the song Imagine, but they sang it like one after another, like little phrase by little phrase. You know which song I'm talking about? Imagine all the people, da 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 da. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know what I'm talking about. Well, they didn't bother to do it all in the same key as each other, and some of them are like definitely borderline tone deaf. So this guy decided to play like what it would sound like if he had to accompany behind them, and he like changes keys with them and all this stuff. So anyway, I'm putting his version of it on the form today too, and I think you'll get a kick out of it, especially if you saw the original version of it. So that is all I have. I'm not even going to make you answer any questions today. I want you to just enjoy the songs and submit your form. And if you have things that you need from me, literally anything, you just have concerns, you feel like you need to vent, send me a quick email. I read them. I really do read all your comments. I read all your emails. Even if I don't get back to you right away, you can rest assured that I'm receiving them. So, I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Don't stress out too much. Make sure you're eating enough. Make sure you're sleeping enough. Make sure you're exercising, taking care of yourselves, okay? Have a good one.